Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Taking a pick out of my mouth. Welcome to the swamp. This fine spring day. We've got something about the spring today. Got a poem by William Wordsworth.
Guess what? Blaze is watching.
Hi, Blaze.
And it's his anniversary.
It's his anniversary. Happy anniversary,
Blaze.
How long has it been?
It's been, what did he say? No, I can't remember. We have 35 coming up.
We have 35 coming up. Who would believe it?
Yeah. You're at 40, I think. Was it 40, Blaze? I can't remember.
It?
And Ruthie, it's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Ruthie.
And it's also Tracy Hasbrook's birthday today.
Yes, it is Tracy's birthday too. Jane's on. Hi, Jane. And Michael. Steve and Ross. And hopefully Mom's there. And Marilyn. Martin's on too. Hi, Marilyn. This song's for Mom.
Waters all the ferns inside the old bookstore. Emily, 1, 2, 3, dusts the books and sweeps across the oaken floor. There's nothing more. He grins at Mrs. Riley and she's out the door. Mrs. Riley watches till she's gone. Down the street, Emily finds the bank as oftentimes she's done before. Emily strains to see fingerprints on windows and the big brass door. Her special chore. Although she cleans them every day, there's always more. The bankers laugh, she doesn't understand. The sounds of hungry engines fill the city street. She sings the only song she's ever known. She sings her Jesus loves me as she drags her feet. She sings her Jesus loves me all alone. smiling shopkeepers that once she knew. Emily wearily calls on all the stores along the avenue. Some are new. Familiar faces now have grown so few. She waits and then she slowly shuffles on. Sounds of hungry engines fill the city street. She sings the only song she's ever known. She sings her Jesus loves me as she drags her feet. She sings her Jesus loves me all alone.
That one's Mom's favorite.
Oh, Emily. So that song started as a kind of an accident. This was the bad chord. Just listen to this. But put it in context and it's... That's how it happens.
Happy accident.
A happy accident, right. Okay, now let me see. We have one foot over the starting line.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Are you ready, darling?
I am.
1, 2, 3, 4. I remember when you wrote to me, you thought you'd hit the wall. I remember how relieved I was when you picked up on my call. Well, there's so much to believe in, and there's one thing you should know, that we're 1 foot over the starting line, the other set to go. Well, some folks have a lot to give, some a lot to take. For myself, I know all I could, picking up on my mistakes. But there's so much for the learning, and there's one thing you should know, that we're 1 foot over the starting line, the other set to go. Well, sometimes it seems we fight too much, much better to let the younger dreams all die. But there's so many places to go, and we're just 1 foot over the starting line. Sometimes it seems we fight too much, much better to let the starting line. Well, people used to tell me I was destined to go far. Well, I went far down to the bottom of the lonely sawdust bars. But you know, it doesn't matter if I've got one more song to show that I'm 1 foot over the starting line. The other said to go. Yes, we're just 1 foot over the starting line. The other said to go. That was called 1 Foot Over the Starting Line. And this next song is kind of a, I guess we call a road song. This is the somewhat of a tradition that it seems that people go out on the road. They really want to, because they really want to go out and play, and then they get out on the road and they complain about being on the road. So it's an old musician's thing, I guess. This is called Walls of Fire, Hills of Ice. Are you ready, darling?
Maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4. Pull on the shoulder, driver, let's turn around for home. We've been on this road so long, I'm feeling all alone. Oh, it might be the road to heaven, driver, might be the road to hell. With my hands so shaky and my eyes so red, driver, I can't tell. Drive on, driver, drive me back home. Walls of fire and hills of ice can't keep me here alone. I wanna see my woman, driver, see my little girl. 'Cause if I see them one more time, I see my whole darn world. Oh, it might be the road to fortune, driver, might be the road to fame, and it might be the road to one more town when no one knows my name. Drive on, driver, drive me back home. Walls of fire and hills of ice can't keep me here alone. Well, sometimes I sing for money, driver, sometimes I sing for love, and sometimes I don't want to sing at all. That's when this road gets tough. Oh, I feel like some fallen angel singing into an empty night. Yeah, my voice just echoes through the wilderness. My song does not sound right. Drive on, driver, drive me back home. Walls of fire and hills of ice can't keep me here alone. Oh, walls of fire and hills of ice can't keep me here alone. So this next song, All Our Fathers, is a song I started writing to be, I wanted it to be a song about Native Americans, and I guess in a way it is, but with the after the acculturation of Native Americans to some extent in this country, the industries and the forces of the market acculturated the rest of us. 90% of people and the 95% of people in the late 19th century worked on the farm, and were pretty well grounded. Had a pretty good sense of being fair to your neighbor, because if you weren't, and he might let his cows graze on your property as well. And then so much of that's changed. So we too, in a certain sense, have been driven off the land. And so it's really yes, it is a song about Native Americans, but it's also a song about this awful process of destroying the land and taking the people off of it. And I guess there's more beside here. It's kind of a complicated song. When I wrote it, I don't think I knew what I was writing about. It's called All Our Fathers. And it's got I wish we could sing together, because it's got a great sing-along part.
Yeah, you can sing at home. That's okay.
Yeah, you can. Well, here are the words. The words are, sit by the fire I've been keeping, sit by my fire until dawn. While you were so sweetly sleeping, all our fathers have gone. There will be no quiz. Have come from this land. We who would sift for an answer, sitting on ancestral sand. Rivers of silver we've drifted on, and there's gold in the sunset as it fades fast away. I'll build a fire against nightfall, safe by its side you will stay. Sit by the fire I've been keeping, sit by my fire until dawn. While you were so sweetly sleeping, all our fathers have gone. Back in the city so distant, men in the circle of pain, hands that once worked for subsistence, reach for a bottle of grain. Lonely girl sits in a motel room while the radio drowns out the sound of her child. Lonely girl opens the window, radio sings to the night. Sit by the fire I've been keeping, sit by my fire until dawn. while they keep out the shadow that stalks in the night. We in the circle were singing, stones in the circle survive. Sit by the fire I've been keeping. Sit by my fire until dawn. While you were so sweetly sleeping, all our fathers have gone. Sit by the fire I've been keeping. Sit by my fire until dawn. While you were so sweetly sleeping, all our fathers have gone. Fair Befall the Mountainside is next. Yeah, that was called All Our Fathers, and we had the really good fortune of meeting a fellow named Evan Pritchard, who is a Native American and has puts together a powwow, and he asked us to come sing this song at his powwow. And we thought that was pretty marvelous.
That's fun,
And that was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of great music from a lot of different people. And we were very grateful. We hope someday to be invited again.
Yeah, and I want to say hello also to people who joined us, since we said hello to those people last time. Dave Kearney, I see is on
Hi,
there.
Dave.
And Wanda Getter.
Hello, Wanda. How are you?
Yeah, and Craig Ellis joined us. Hey, Craig.
Hey, Craig. How are you? I'm going to call you after the show. I promise. Craig called me while I was cooking dinner. You know, as he I had the stove on high, and I was sautéing the Balance of Nature capsules, which I was going to put over pasta, and then the capsules exploded, and I said, Craig, I'll call you later.
That's a story.
Okay, but it's not a bad one, right? It's the only story I have about Balance of Nature, like anybody would ever eat that. Okay, yeah. So, Fair Befall the Mountainside is a melody written by an old friend of mine, Stephen J. Altman. He used to manage the Folklore Center in New York. And the lyrics, and he originally wrote the melody for Tolkien's Shadow Bride, which I also do sometimes. And I decided that since William Morris had done so much to influence Tolkien, William Morris wrote the first fantasy novel in the 1890s, we thought, well, let's borrow that melody that we used for Tolkien, and we'll give it to Morris. So we thought we'd just take it, do some kind of reversed shift there. And so we also do this lyric. This song is composed of strophes and anti-strophes. And I am the strophe, she's the anti-strophe. She can be very anti sometimes. And what that really means, it means that you have two choruses of people, and they're having somewhat of a debate. So in this case, the women are the strophe, and I said it backwards. The women are the strophe, and the men are the anti-strophe. And the women know perfectly well that the men are going out to war. This story is set in Gothic times.
Should we have more piercings?
What's that?
Should we have more piercings in Gothic times?
Well, Goths sort of looked at piercing in a very different way. They didn't see it as a decorative thing. It was more of a military thing.
Oh, yeah. They didn't pierce themselves. They pierced other people's bodies.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
So anyway, the women see the men going off to war, and they're dressed in their war gear. And they know full well this is going on, so they kind of tease them and say, where are you going dressed up like that? And the men tease them back. It's kind of a war of the sexes, I suppose. And the men tease them back and say, oh, we're going out to bring in the sheep and so forth. And the whole song goes like that. Now, at the end of the novel, because the song appears in the novel, Roots of the Mountains, at the end of the novel, we see the same thing, the men versus women battle of the sexes. And the men are coming home from war, and the women dress up like mock soldiers. It's very theatrical, and go out to meet them by declaring war on them. and then as happens in any Aristotelian style comedy, they pair off into married couples, and the folk and the people go on and are renewed again after that. So it's a wonderful thing. It's by William Morris, and it's a novel about Gothic times, and it's a precursor to his fantasy novels, kind of a warm up. First he started writing about primitive Goth cultures, and then he graduated to doing a similar thing, but with unreal places and in made up names, made up landscapes, and thus the romance became the historic fantasy under William Morris's brilliant hand. So this is called Fair Before the Mountainside. Kine around the Iot still, the eddies lap them round. All dikes the wind-worn waters fill, and waiteth grass and ground.
Oh, ride ye to the river's brim, in Warweed fair to see, or winter waters will ye swim, in hauberks to the knee.
Wild is the day and filled with rain, our sheep are warded ill. The wood wolves gather for the plain, their ravening maws to fill.
Nay, what is this, and what have ye? A hunter's band to bear, the banner of our battle glee, the skulking wolves to scare.
Oh, women, when we wend our ways to deal with death and dread, the banner of our fathers' days must flap the wind o'erhead. The wheat is won, the seed is sown. Here toileth many a maid, and ere the hay knee-deep hath grown, your grooms the grass shall wade. And fair befall the mountainside, whereon the place shall be. Fair befall the summertide, that whoso lives shall see.
Nice.
So here's another medieval kind of ditty, and I wrote this after reading too many novels by Bernard Cornwell, and it's called The Hammer and the Cross.
Paul Tully's favorite.
Will a cold rain never end, like the song of a lost friend? Will a song about promises kept ever ring through the hall? Now the oath breaker's song, it's a curse down the years. It's the only song I know. Shields once were embossed with the hammer and the cross, when the lambs grew fat and the summers ever were fair. But the reaping grows grim, where the reap hooks all our swords, and the harvest now hath begun. A storm tumbled the pine, drove the oak leaves astray, when the long ships beached by the bay. Burned then was the hall, the shield hung roof tree so tall, and the blackened stones of our breached walls were all that remained. A cloud conquered the sun, all our shadows stolen away. Now our ashes rise in the wind. the days. Will the cold rain never end? Like the trust in a lost friend? Will a song about promises kept ever ring through a hall? Now the oath breaker's song, it's a curse down the years. It's the only song I know. A storm tumbled the pine, drove the oak leaves astray. When the long ships were beached by the bay.
So, hi Judy. Yeah, our live shows are May 1st is our first live show where we won't be broadcasting 9 Mile Swamp, but that one
Okay,
at
is
the town
that next
crier.
week?
What?
That's next week, right?
I think it is.
Right. So
So
next Sunday,
will
we will not be doing a 9 Mile Swamp show. We will be at the Town Crier Cafe, and that starts at what time?
That starts at 6.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you'd like to go to the Town Crier Cafe, you might like to reserve a table. We'll be playing in the front room, and there are a limited
Salon
number.
stage,
The salon
yes.
stage. There are a limited number of tables there. So if you'd like to come, make a reservation, and
Yeah, the information is on our
It's
Facebook
right, yeah,
pages
right on our
or
Facebook page.
on our
Exactly.
website, kurthenry.com or dognoseband.com. And also I wanted to say hi to Janice and Albie who are watching.
oh, great! Hi, Janice. Hi, Albie.
And the other show that we have coming up is at the High Falls Cafe, and that's with the Dog Nose Band. Alan Grove
with
on
Albie.
bass, yep, and Chris Cullo on
Chris Cullo.
drums. And
Right.
that starts at 7. They moved that time up from 6:30 to 7. So that's on Thursday, May 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So Judy says that Girly is really getting into the show here.
Oh, great!
Because we said, hi Judy, is that it?
Yeah, Brynhild walked in a little while ago and
She's under
fell
the,
asleep under the table, but which is
on her
okay because
bed.
it's better than having her step on my effect pedals. So, so anyway, in honor of the spring, because it's spring in the swamp, boy, and it has been beautiful. We had a gorgeous day today. I got my bicycle out today, and it was just beautiful. Flowers blooming everywhere.
I got my compost in the garden.
And Cheryl went out and dug in the dirt. Boy, does she like the dirt. And which is okay because we get lots of great vegetables. And you know, it's funny, we still have frozen beets in the refrigerator to eat from last summer. So we should eat those up because we'll have new vegetables coming in soon. This is by William Wordsworth, and it's called Lines Written in Early Spring. And that's one of my favorite lines in it. I'm going to actually drag my light over here. And
I'm going to hold it for you.
that's great.
I know,
Look at that.
I can be
Boy,
your light
you've
holder.
got a function, huh? And one of my favorite
Lightsaber.
lines, And this is the line that says, "And 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes." I just think that's marvelous. Lines written in early spring. William Wordsworth. I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a grove I sate reclined, in that sweet mood, when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tufts in that green bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played. Their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? William Wordsworth. This next one is a favorite of mine too. And I want to say that there's really no kind of poetry that I don't like. I read poetry from the classical period through the medieval period into the 19th century, and I like form. You know, I mean, it is very much the fashion to write in free verse, and there's nothing wrong with. I shouldn't say free verse. Write in free verse. It's very much the style to not worry so much. I shouldn't say not worry, because people do worry, but not to keep regular meter all the time. And when people do, it is I guess what it is. But this is a sonnet in any case, and a sonnet is very difficult to write. And what Wordsworth does in here is he compares that the strictness of the form to prison walls, to being he finds it similar to a bee trapped inside of a flower, and the way nuns live inside of their convents. And one of the things that the poem suggests is it suggests that sometimes when we're restricted to write in a certain kind of a form, it actually brings out the creativity in some ways. So to sit down and write a difficult poem like a sonnet can actually inspire amazing creativity, because you really have to stretch yourself. So anyway, that's what this is about. This is called Nuns Fret Not at Their Convent's Narrow Room. Nuns fret not at their convent's narrow room, and hermits are contented with their cells, and students with their pensive citadels. Maids at the wheel, the weaver at his loom, sit blithe and happy. Bees that soar for bloom high as the highest peak of furnace fells will murmur by the hour in foxglove bells. In truth, the prison unto which we doom ourselves no prison is. And hence for me, in sundry moods, 'twas pastime to be bound within the sonnet's scanty plot of ground. Pleased if some souls, for such their needs must be, who have felt the weight of too much liberty, should find brief solace there, as I have found. Kind of a fun poem. And that leads us to a couple of songs on the electric guitar.
Yeah. Sorry, Judy, we're switching over to electric now.
Is that bad?
Yeah, she likes your acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I do too.
But thanks for joining us, and thanks for dropping us a line. We love to know that you're there. We'll get to your comments later and respond.
Okay, River of Stars.
River of Stars, yeah.
So this is a love song for the Hudson River. Well, not for the Hudson River. It's a love song that takes place on the Hudson River.
We do love the Hudson
We
River.
do, yeah, no doubt about it. Here we are on our river of stars. We're here alone in waters unknown. Baby, turn off your phone. You've got no one to talk to. Moon so new. We're out of here. If our anchor slips, we'll just have to drift. I lock on your lips. You've got no one to talk to.
I'd like to note that you're what I'm floating my dream on. I'd like to note that you're what I'm floating my dream on.
Drift all night. Still out of sight. Past Manhattan asleep.
We'll drift out to sea.
If the water gets deep, you can turn your phone on.
Turn your phone on.
River of Stars.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. One more for you.
To tell you how I feel tonight won't do no good, won't set things right. I know you just can't make it anymore. I tried to cage you with my love, but now to free you, gentle dove, I keep myself knocking at your door. Sunshine, I'm living in a darker way. Sunshine, your love is from another day. No matter what I try to do, I can't bring back the past. And your sunshine is slipping from me fast. You tell me that our love's grown old. I slip from sunshine into coldness. I can't seem to put my cares away. Time goes by, all my life I spend alone. I won't take no one, and I hope you change your mind someday. Sunshine, I'm living in a darker way. Sunchild, your love is from another day. No matter what I try to do, I can't bring back the past. And your sunshine is slipping from me fast. For sun's child, softer than the sky. Earth sings and the moon beams with the sunshine from her eyes. Sunchild, I'm living in a darker way. Sunchild, your love is from another day. No matter what I try to do, I can't bring back the past. And your sunshine is slipping from me fast. Travel now into the night, the darkness of the afterlife, away from all the good times that I knew. The candles burnt, the bottles done, alone I stand without the sun. I go my way, sing my song for you. Sunchild, I'm living in a dark. Sunchild, your love is from another day. No matter what I try to do, I can't bring back the past. And your sunshine is slipping from me fast. Your sunshine is slipping from me fast. Your sunshine is slipping from me fast. Thank you so much for coming to the 9 Mile Swamp. We won't see you next Sunday, but we'll be back.
Hope to see you next Sunday.
We
at
might
the
see you
Town
at the
Crier.
Town Crier, but we'll certainly be back the following Sunday after that. And and pretty much through the spring. So I think we won't have too many more interruptions. Not that playing at the crier is an interruption, mind you, but
No,
thank you
it
for
should be
coming.
fun. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for all of your comments. We really appreciate them. Check out our website, kurthenry.com or dognoseband.com. It'll get you to the same place. You can see where else we're playing. Happy anniversary, Blaze. Happy birthday, Ruthie.